So this year, Amanda and I decided to start a garden, and we put tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers and a few other things in our garden. And as the things were growing, the kids absolutely loved the experience. They got so excited watching the tomatoes specifically as they started out green and then they started to turn red. And one of their favorite times was when Amanda would allow them to go outside and to pluck the different plants off the vines. So one day in particular, Amanda allowed the kids to go outside, and Addie and Eli, they were so excited, being the older two, to go out, and they were looking for all the ripest and reddest tomatoes that they could find. And they got excited and they would pull those different ones. And Sam, my youngest, he's only 3, he was just so excited that he got to touch the plants. And he would get so overwhelmed, and rather than just look for the ripe red tomatoes, he would instead look and find any tomato. And I'll never forget the moment when we weren't watching him for a second and he came back so proud of himself with this green tomato. And we were trying to help him understand, Sam, that tomato, it's not gonna get any bigger now. This is it. This is as big as it's gonna be. And it kind of hit me a little bit as Pastor Brent was talking this Sunday. He was speaking about the fruits of the Spirit. And the reality is this: if you're not connected to the vine, then you won't be able to grow. And how important it is for us as a church to make sure that we are connected to the vine. Because if we're not, then we're done growing. And man, I pray that you would make sure that you spend time in God's Word, that you would spend time speaking to God, listening to the voice of God, and that you would make sure that you prioritize being with your church family, worshiping together, because that is how you will continue to grow. And so my hope and my prayer is every one of you make that a priority this week. Matter of fact, this Saturday is our first Saturday of the month, in which here at Calvary Hill Church, we always take that first Saturday to pray together as a church family. And I hope that you will join us 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., no longer than 1 hour, to pray together with your church family. And we hope that you will join us to pray for what God has to come. We're excited about what God is doing here at Calvary Hill Church. And we also hope that you'll join us this Sunday, 9 and 10:45, as Pastor Brent kicks off a new series talking all about kingdom builders and seeing how we as a church can continue to make a difference all around the world. Please join us, and we look forward to worshiping with you this Sunday. God bless. Let's just hope Amanda doesn't find out that I stole one of her tomatoes.